Hi Capricorn, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing your weekly reading for November. I hope you guys are all doing really well. I am going to take a second to remind you that this is a general reading. It may not resonate with every Capricorn out there. So guys, just take what resonates for you. Leave the rest for someone else. Keep in mind that the energies may reverse. So if it is resonating, get in where you fit in. But as always, Capricorn, don't force yourself into a reading that's not for you. Spirit, can I have the energy of the sign of Capricorn? Oof. Capricorn. All right, Capricorn, you are starting out with the Three of Coins in the reverse. You have the Knight of Coins reversed, and coming out together, we have the High Priestess along with the Eight of Swords reversed. All right, so I feel like you're feeling stuck. There's something here that you're wanting to dissolve, perhaps. It could be a connection with somebody. You feel like this person might not be cooperative, or perhaps you're just not cooperative with it. So you're wanting to dissolve something here with somebody. You feel stuck in the situation, like it's not moving forward. And I feel as if you are going to step out of this, but you're doing it very quietly, very intuitively. You're trying to figure out how to do this. And I feel like you're going to free yourself from whatever this is, but you're going to do it in secret. So let me see who is in your energy. Now, some of you guys could be tarot readers, or you could be getting tarot readings to kind of figure out how to free yourself from this. I feel like it's a situation you've just been very stuck in. You've worried about, you've stressed about, you've had a lot of anxiety about how to go about freeing yourself from it. And I feel like some of you are seeking guidance in how to do that. So let me see who's in your energy. Show me who is in Capricorn's energy. All right, so the person in your energy, we have the Hangman. You could be dealing with a Pisces. We have the Five of Wands reversed, and coming out together, we have the King of Cups, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer energy. Very strong Pisces energy here. Very strong Cancer energy. We have the Moon in reverse. All right, so the person that's in your energy, I feel like this is somebody who is in quiet contemplation. There could have been some animosity between the two of you. There may have been some sort of conflict. If so, they're trying to figure out how to resolve it. This is somebody who does have feelings and emotions for you. They could be kind of submerging some of those feelings and emotions. But I do feel like they are going to reveal to you that they have these feelings. Yeah, this is somebody that wants to resolve the conflict. They've been waiting to do so. So let me see the energy between Capricorn and this person. Two of Wands and the Nine of Wands. Okay, so this person's tired of waiting. I can tell you that. They're feeling kind of like the Nine of Wands is the wounded warrior. This person's feeling wounded. This person's feeling tired. Tired of waiting for something here. They could be waiting for something from you, or they could just be tired of waiting in general. I feel like you're making plans though. You've already made a decision to end an existing foundation here. And so you're making plans. And you may be aware that this person's tired of waiting for you. Let me see what's affecting this connection. Three of Swords in the reverse. There's been heartbreak between the two of you. Yeah, definitely there's been heartbreak. There's been heartbreak. There's been conflict. This person in your energy may feel as if, there's competition for your energy here. You've been feeling stuck though. So there's this energy that you feel like you're stuck in a situation that you can't get out of. It is some sort of a solid foundation of some sort. It's caused heartbreak between you and this person. And now you're planning to remove yourself from it. All right, so let me see the outcome. So that's a card of healing, and that's what's affecting the connection. There's been heartbreak here, and that's a card of healing. The Magician in the reverse. So something is trying to manifest. There's been a spark here. There's some sort of like a beginning here, but it hasn't fully manifested. This person's been waiting for you, Capricorn. However, they're tired of waiting. They don't want to deal with conflict. They could be avoiding you, but they definitely have feelings for you. And intuitively, you know that the situation you're in is not going to, it's not going to be solid. You're tired of being stuck in a situation. So intuitively, you know that you have to free yourself before this can manifest. Bottom of the deck is the Ten of Coins. This is underlying energy, and it does indicate to me that there is something to do possibly with family. Now, I see that as positive, so it does indicate that you have very supportive family or possibly close friends. There's a sense here of coming together, which would make sense since we're looking at the Thanksgiving time frame. You are surrounded by people who do definitely love you. The other thing it shows me is that, you know, you're thinking about things now from a long-term perspective, and it also shows me that you're abundant, that you have the abundance that you need in order to make this transition. I'm going to clarify. Spirit wants the Three of Coins in reverse for Capricorn. Nine of Cups. And the Four of Cups. Yeah, so there's a missed opportunity that you've had in your life here, Capricorn. And now you're looking back at it and you're like, oh my God, I missed out on that. You know, that could have been the very thing that would have made me so happy. That's my wish fulfillment. And so there's an acknowledgement here that this is a missed opportunity. So I feel like you're making plans to recover something here. Why is the Knight of Coins in reverse? The Hanged Man. Yeah. And the Eight of Cups. You're walking away from a situation that you have felt stuck in. And you're walking right towards the Hanged Man, which is this energy over here. This energy is somebody that you feel is your wish fulfillment, but you couldn't act on it because you were involved in something else. And so you're walking away from a situation that you felt tied to, you felt very stuck in. It wasn't moving forward. It was a stagnant situation. And I feel like it's taken you a long time to do that. And that makes sense. That's why this person is tired of waiting. Let me see the bottom energy for Capricorn. All right, so we have the Queen of Wands reversed. There's your Nine of Pentacles and the Two of Swords. Yeah, you're making a decision to become single, Capricorn. Yeah, you're making this decision. And again, I have to reiterate, your money is looking really good. You haven't yet pulled the trigger on this. You're making the plans. You're moving in silence. You're moving quietly. You haven't quite taken the action yet to free yourself, but you've made the decision you're going to. You just haven't taken the action. And you've intuitively made this decision. So let me see this person's energy. Show me the Hangman for the person in Capricorn's energy. Four of Coins. Five of Swords reversed. Yeah, this person, this person could have been trapped in their pride. If so, they have stepped out of that. I feel like they're holding on to this connection, but they're tired of holding on to it. They are definitely avoiding conflict. If there was conflict between you and this person, they would like to resolve that. Let me see why the Five of Wands is here. I feel like this person's avoiding conflict, though. Why is the Five of Wands here in reverse? Two of Wands Ace of Cups. This person could live at a distance from you, and the Devil in reverse. So this person wants to be with you. They want, Capricorn, they really do want to be with you. I feel like they're hoping that you are doing the same, because this is somebody that does not want a third-party situation. They don't want anything toxic. So this is why they're avoiding you. They feel like there's conflict, and it's because they are saying, okay, Capricorn, you're in another connection over here. I'm not going to be this third party, and you're aware of that. And this person is saying, you know, I would love to be with you, Capricorn, but I don't want anything toxic. I don't want anything that's going to break my heart. Although I do see that there's been some heartache in this situation anyway. Let me see the bottom energy for this person. But they have feelings for you, and they definitely want to be with you. They just don't want to be placed in competition with anybody else, because they feel like that's toxic, and I have to agree, it is. Okay, Knight of Wands, the High Priestess in reverse, and the Ten of Wands. Again, I don't want problems. I don't want to deal with problems. I don't want conflict. So this person's definitely avoiding. I do feel like you've been keeping your feelings for this person a secret. And I feel like you're going to reveal those at some point. I see that this person may feel like you're being a little bit of a player, or this could have been an on and off type of situation. I feel like this person will talk to you, and when they do talk with you, I do feel like they're going to realize, oh my gosh, well, you know what? You know, Capricorn has feelings for me. Capricorn does want this connection as well. I'm not the only one that's feeling something here. So I feel like communication is the key, and the communication, honest communication, and revealing, what you've been keeping secret is what's going to make a difference in this connection. So let's look at the energy between Capricorn and this person. This person wants to talk to you, by the way. All right, Page of Cups reversed. It's a different person than the one that you are currently with. King of Cups. And you know exactly who this is. If you're resonating with this reading, you know who this is. And the Seven of Pentacles reversed. So I feel like the two of you are not really communicating right now. There's feelings on both sides. This is a newer connection. And I feel like your feelings are stronger than what you have related. I also feel like there's our two. So this could actually go someplace, but what's holding this back is this person is not going to invest in a connection that's third-party energy. They're just not going to do it. And you're aware of that. You feel like this could be a missed opportunity, but you're seeing this person as wish fulfillment. So I feel like you're making plans to move towards this person. And they may not even be aware of it. Why is the Three of Swords in reverse? Why is the Three of Swords in reverse? All right, so we have the Four of Swords reversed, Knight of Swords, and the Six of Swords reversed, or in the upright, I'm sorry. All right, so this person's trying to move on with their life. It's not really what they want to do, but again, they're not willing to be part of a third-party situation. They definitely do want to talk to you, and they will communicate with you if you communicate first. I feel like you are waiting to communicate with this person, but you're waiting to walk away from this other situation that you have felt stuck with. I feel like at that point, you are going to reach out to this person. There has definitely been a gap in the communication. And I feel like as soon as you walk away from this other situation and free yourself and you become single, you're going to reach out to this person. And they've been hoping that you would. However, they've been trying to move on with their life because they're basically saying, no, I do have some feelings here. I've realized I have some feelings for Capricorn. They're focused on you, but they also they feel like they have to let you go because this is a chaotic situation. And they're avoiding any kind of, chaos. So they want peace in their life. Peace is important to them. They do want love, but they're not going to invest in anything that's chaotic. So let me see your outcome. I feel like there's going to be communication between the two of you, though. And it's going to happen suddenly. It's going to be a very sudden type of conversation here. The Emperor in reverse. Knight of Pentacles reverse and Temperance. And the Magician in reverse again. You might be feeling like this person is out of your league. You might be feeling like this could never manifest. But I feel like it's not going to come about by the end of the week. And that's because you're still in this energy of releasing yourself from something else. You are moving intuitively. Some of you are getting advice, but you feel like you have to do that. Now, I also feel like once you make the decision to walk away and free yourself from this other situation, once you are single, that's when you're going to take charge here and you're going to move towards this person. So I don't see this manifesting by the end of the week, Capricorn, but I feel like there's some insecurities that are here. And I also feel like you could have fear of moving forward because you're not sure if this person, is going to want this connection as well. And there's some unfinished business that you have to attend to. And I do see that when you do, you're going to be well supported. Now, this person's energy, they are going to talk to you if you approach them. I feel like this is somebody, though, that is avoiding you at this time. They don't want the heartache. They don't want the conflict. They don't want any fighting or any problems. And so this person, I feel like they haven't completely moved on, but they're not going to be the one to take charge of the situation. And I get that. I can see why, they feel like they don't want to be intruding on another connection that you're currently in. Now, that being said, I feel like this is a very spiritual person that you're dealing with. And I feel like once you decide to come towards them, I do feel like they would be more than happy to balance this out because they do have feelings for you and they have not completely moved on. So bottom of the deck is Judgment in the reverse. This is underlying energy. It does indicate that this is not going to come together by the end of the week, but it's something that is in process. And I also feel like it will be well supported by family or friends. You are trying to think about things from a long-term perspective. So, you're in process of removing yourself from something that is not making you happy. This was a missed opportunity for you. And I feel like you're at some point going to come back in and try to recover this. All right, I'm going to pull an oracle card. Pulling for Capricorn. Pulling for Capricorn. All right, it's called Phoenix Fox, and it is number 19. That's one of my favorite cards in this deck. So, because as you can tell, I have an affinity for the fox. All right, one second. It says, cherish and nurture friendships. Their bond was forged through the common goal of survival in the searing and harsh environment of their desert world. Shared adventures, hunting and playing together, combined with a mutual trust and kinship of spirit, have strengthened their friendship and made them inseparable. Now resting on the rocky rise above their oasis home, the girl and the fox share a peaceful moment. In the cool stillness of the desert evening, they gaze over the sparkling pool and admire the beauty as the orange glow of the sunset slowly slips below the distant dunes. The bonds we develop with animal and human friends provide many benefits to our physical and emotional well-being. They can boost happiness, reduce stress, and provide a sense of self-worth, confidence, and belonging. Friends who are with us through the good times and the bad are among the greatest influences in our lives and help to shape the people that we are. So this could be somebody in your friend group even. I mean, there is some bond that is here with this person. And I feel like it grew quite unexpectedly. And, you know, there's been a gap. So, yeah. All right, I hope that this has been helpful for you, Capricorn. If you've resonated with this reading, hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe to my channel and hype the video if you get the opportunity. Until I see you guys in your next reading, Capricorn, know that you are loved, and namaste.